Sup, sup. Why is Africa so rich but so poor? All right, let's look at this. This answer has the most number of votes, I'm guessing. It's at the very top as well. Seems like it should be good, innit? All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. What's this guy saying? Mr. Mkondisi Gumede. I like that name. Alright, let's see what this homie's saying. Africa is so poor because African governments are negotiating deals with international investors that are replicas of colonial arrangements, which, which, hmm, which are large part as to why Africa is so poor as a continent. The wealth of a nation can be tracked, I'll say traced back by the complexity of products it exports. Interesting. This theory of economic complexity is set out in stunning detail and accuracy and was led by Ricardo Hausmann, professor of the practice of economic development at the Harvard Kennedy School and CID School, and Cesar A. Hidalgo, Asahi Broadcast Corporation career development professor at MIT. You can read the research and access the atlas out online, but the brief summary is as follows. All right. So the summary of economic complexity. The more complex a product, the more human and other resources are used in the country in which the product is being made. Complex. Interesting. Wait, this doesn't sound right. The more complex a product, the more human and other resources are used in the country in which the product is being made. I think that should be a full stop, in which case this should be crossed out promptly. All right. I.e., creates more jobs and gives work to many companies in the value chain of that country. Many makes sense, and this is why the desire to beneficiate or add value to product comes from. The more value or complexity, the better for the adders of complexity. Interesting. These complex products must be exported so that the currency of the country, adding the complexity to products, is able to benefit from foreign currency inflows relative to outflows, and in so doing maintain a strong currency and have favorable purchasing power. Now take a look at the following. The complexity of products of the USA in 2014. Interesting. I see a lot of cars, a lot of integrated electronic circuits, electronic integrated circuits, gold, petroleum. Interesting. Okay. What did the United States export in 2014? Contrast that with Malawi, the country with the lowest GDP after the Democratic Republic of Congo, the country understood to have the greatest mineral wealth and the Central African Republic. I used Malawi so that we leave the war argument out of the answer. All right, fair enough. What did Malawi export in 2014? Okay. I see a lot of tobacco, tea, radioactive chemical elements, and radioactive isotopes. Interesting. Cotton. Fascinating. I think I get what this is all about. It's look at all of this stuff in the US, isn't it? And then you go to Malawi, it's like skirt, everything just leaves, fam. Aye? Okay. Now, take a look at Germany, Europe's powerhouse economy. What did Germany export in 2014? Oh my god, I can't even read them because there's so many. Lord have mercy. Let's see if this helps. Huh. I'm on a Mac, so this is pretty cool. Anyway. Um oh, that helps. Petroleum and some other stuff, car parts, cars and accessories and motor vehicles, medicinal, interesting. Right. Now compare that with a country with the lowest GDP in Europe, Moldova. Interesting. I'm actually learning from this, this is quite fascinating to me. Sunflower seeds, other nuts, medical packages. Hey, they ain't doing that bad though. Hmm. Alright. Right. So I think, yeah, of course, I saw that the prevalence of raw materials, of raw unprocessed goods, is the most striking feature of this, and the Malawi export. What is this thing anyway? Um, what's this thing called? Complexity of exports. Hmm. What Africans are doing is that they are exporting the least complex products to places like China. China makes the products highly complex. Did he show China's complexity graph? That'd be cool to see. Um, and then exports them back to Africa. You smart Chinese, you. This is why China is growing so much faster than Africa from a much higher base, and the gap will continue to widen as long as African countries continue to export raw goods, unprocessed ore, and unbeneficiated minerals like this. My man's got words, fam. Oh my god. What did Angola? Oh my god, I don't even want to look at this graph, fam. What did Angola export in 2014? Lord Jesus, yo, that oil is leaving, fam. Oh boy, Zimbabwe. I don't even want to see that graph, cause I mean that graph is not too bad though. Okay, okay, I see you with the tobacco. Ferro alloys. What's a ferro alloy? Ferro, 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 containing iron. All right, I guess that. Yeah, so iron. I'm guessing there's a lot of iron exporting. The root cause for this is, of course, as others have mentioned, colonialism, its devastating effect on African identity and psyche, and our inability as Africans to overcome these effects as of yet. For example, if Africa could find a meaningful way to unite, like the EU, for example, we can all decide to not sell non complex materials that we are the dominant suppliers of. The problem is that if one country says so, we will not sell. If one country says no, we will not sell copper ore, or we won't sell palladium, then the purchasing country goes next door and gets it in its most unprocessed, unvalued added form. Interesting. Somehow we don't believe in unity, and often the voting public and their elected officials are out of sync too. We also don't believe that we can be rich and deserve to be rich. I don't know if I agree with these statements, but anyway. And therefore, those entrusted with power are often corrupt because they do not believe. There's a lot of beliefs here. They have the ability to become rich on their own merit. If we can sort out how we view ourselves as Africans, I like that. How we view ourselves as fellow Africans, we can be rich in a single generation. I mean, a single generation, my man's reaching, fam, but got a dream. Thank you for many comments and upvotes, blah, blah, blah. You can view all this. Oh, the Atlas of Economic Complexity. I want to see more of that, actually. The Atlas of Economic Complexity can be found at harvard.edu. This is, what did Switzerland export? It shows you all the different countries. Pretty cool. Big range and various other filters. Nice.